Studio 33 AD, Catholic Media.
I'm Braden Stauts, and this cross was commissioned by Father Jerry several years ago for the commemoration of the cross on September 14th. And I believe that was, 5 years ago? It's been a long time. At any rate, the reason for this cross is the fact that the cathedral was gifted pieces of the true cross by Father Muhammad. And there's an interesting story that will be published in the bulletin relative to that transfer. And once we had the pieces of the true cross, what Father Jerry wanted was the opportunity to be able to display it with the cross on Good Friday and also on Thursday, Holy Thursday. And also on September 14th with the veneration of the cross. For most of the year, the pieces of the true cross are in our cross here in the cathedral. They're locked into the cross, and that's where they stay for the entire year except for 2 days. It'll be September 14th and Good Friday. And at that point, the special container that has them slides into the back of this cross. It's locked into place and can be viewed through this glass opening in the center of the cross. And that way you can now come, venerate the cross, and actually see pieces of the true cross. The relic we have here is a sacramental, which means this a relic points us towards a grace with Christ or with a saint. And for instance, Our Lady of the Rosary has a reliquary area where they have many different relics, and they come in different classifications. This is a piece of the true cross. So this is a very special relic, and it's our blessing to have this in our church. Now, the inscription across the cross is in Latin, and essentially what it means is this is the true cross of our Lord Jesus Christ, in Latin. You know, I've been asked how long does it take to do something like this. Well, Father Jerry came to me and he said, "Braden, I want you to build a cross." I said, "Okay, how big, whatever." We had a discussion about it. Then he left it up to me, essentially. It's got to be substantial, and it's got to be nice. He didn't want a rough, ragged old cross. So, fine, I went to the drawing board, drew it out, showed him some pictures, and he says, "Perfect." So then I just constructed, it probably took about a month with all the scroll work and everything else, and designing the lock system on the back of it, which also is transferred to our cross. So it was about a month's worth of work, which was very enjoyable, and Father Jerry was very pleased with this, and we met his deadline, and this was first displayed on September 14th. I'm going to follow up with Father Jerry to see if this is going to give me a little less time in purgatory, because I know I'm headed that way.
Studio 33 AD, Catholic Media.